All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Jenny Westerkamp, and I am the founder of All Access Dietetics. I'm really excited today to go through Get Match coaching and hopefully give you more information about it so that you can make a decision on whether or not this is the right fit for you. We have so many awesome testimonials and stories about clients that have used Get Match coaching. I'm not going to go through all of those today, but I'm hoping that after you can also check out our website and read those testimonials and see how we work with all different types of applicants and have really different stories on why people use the program to help them get into dietetic internships or future education model programs. Today, though, I am going to go through a little presentation. It should be about 15 minutes or so, and then I want to save time for questions and can stay on until the end of the hour. If people stick around and want to have like one-on-one conversations, I can do that. So that's the plan for today. This is recorded, so if something comes up and you have to leave, we'll send the recording to you right after, later tonight or tomorrow morning. Today, the agenda is who, what, where, when, why, and how. So I wanted to just cover all the basic questions on the Get Match coaching program, like who needs it, what is it like, where have our clients gotten matched, when is the best time to start, why is coaching worth the investment, and then of course, how to get started if you are interested in doing so. So first, I just want to get some a little poll in here for those of you that are on live. If you could drop in the chat box when you're applying to dietetics programs, that would really help me. So are you applying for the February deadline, for the September 25th deadline, for a deadline next year? Let me know in the chat box so I know where we're all at in the whole timeline of everything. Let's see. All right. Not sure, not until next year, spring 2022, March 2023. Okay, we have a good variety here. Well, everyone is still in good timing with it. No one is too late, which is good for coaching. So, all right, that's good. Now, I want to talk about our stats really quick, just so you get a background. If you're new to All Access Dietetics and you don't know the history of our company, I started the company when I was a future dietitian myself. I had just gone through the internship application process, and I thought that it was unnecessarily hard. Even though I had a class that my teacher and my advisor like walked me through everything, they told me what to do, but they didn't really tell me how to do it well. They didn't give me the strategy of how to stand out, how to get into a top program. And I had to do so much research on my own. I spent many, many more hours than I thought I would have to, just trying to figure out how to write a good resume, what action words to use on a resume or like in the bullet points, how to write that personal statement. It was like I never had done anything like that before. And I had to do all that research on my own. I thought there has to be a way to make that easier for everyone. And why is no one teaching these strategies or filling in that gap of like, how do you actually stand out and get into an internship? So we started a coaching program, and since 2009, we've coached over 1,800 students through the application process, both myself and then my team of coaches. And now we have, in the last 2 years, or 2 match cycles rather, we have 100% success rate. And out of over 100 coaching clients that we've worked with and matched them all over the country from all different backgrounds, all different situations. And then we have 8 admissions coaches on our team. A couple of them are former DI directors. A couple of them have sat on DI selection committees, either currently or in the past. And they've all been trained by me in like the recipe of what it takes to go above and beyond in every aspect of the application process. All right, let's start with who needs coaching. When you're thinking about like, is this something that I should be thinking about? I just listed off some of the types of people that we've worked with that have gotten benefits out of coaching. So we have people like busy parents who maybe have a family or a child or whatever to take care of, and they have a lot on their plate, so they need some extra support. Also full-time employees or full-time students who have so much going on, and they want that coach to help them streamline this process, make it easier, and help them know that strategy without spinning their wheels. We have business owners, we have people that need their top choice. So there's this pressure to get into their top choice and they want to make sure that they're going to get that. We have repeat applicants, so people that did not match the first time, but now, they know that they didn't do everything they could in the application process. Now they want to go all in again and make sure that doesn't happen again. And then we've worked with people with low GPAs or people that don't have a lot of experience. We want work with people that want a really highly competitive program. I'm talking to you, New York students, or LA or Southern California or Denver, really competitive areas of the country, just to name a few, where maybe there's a lot of students, a lot of applicants, and not a lot of spots in those big cities. And then those with little support from their advisors or from their school. So if you have someone that maybe has graduated a few years ago, they started working, now they want to apply to an internship or a master's or a future education model program, and they don't have that on-campus support. And so then they come to us to be that support for them and be that advisor and coach. So those are just examples. Obviously, anyone applying to an internship would be a good fit for coaching, an internship or a future education model. I kind of assume the same thing at this point, but it's definitely for people that need that extra support or have this pressure on them to get matched. What is coaching like? So coaching, I've listed every single service on here of what's included in the coaching program. Now, I created this initially, like this all-in holistic program, about 5 years ago. Previously, we were doing like personal statement or resume coaching, but I realized that in order to make the highest impact, to get to that 100% success rate, I knew we needed to help applicants with everything. And that's why we created this holistic program, because even if we helped you with your personal statement, you might choose the wrong programs. You might not have communication with directors. You might do terrible on your interview. So we know that with Get Matched Coaching, we're making an impact on every area of the application, and every area matters. Of course, there's GPA and there's your work experience, but you're also getting scored and ranked according to the competition on the quality of your personal statement, your resume, your interview skills, how well you reach out to directors. Can you make that personal connection? How good are your references? Have you coached your references to make sure they are saying positive things? So much strategy in every single part. And that's why there's a service for every single part of the application process, even things you wouldn't think about. Like, many students are very shocked that director communication is part of the application process, and it definitely is. So you get a coach, expert guided with you, one coach dedicated to your application, to your journey, and they guide you through the whole process, taking you through these different services and calls. We also added recently, in the last couple of years, 6 question and answer check-in calls. These have been so good, so that instead of even emailing your coach, you can have quick like 15-minute calls with your coach to just bust out all of your questions, get them all answered really quick, really efficiently, and feel good, and you're never like stuck throughout the process. So that is everything that's included, and it's been tweaked a little bit here and there, but we feel so good about how every client feels supported and has enough support, has enough of the services to where they feel really good about the process. Where have our clients matched? Our clients match everywhere. We've literally, I've never done this. I've never taken the whole list of internship programs and see if we have a client from there, but I will say there are new programs that come along every year. So then we have not matched them to programs that haven't had interns yet. But I would say we have pretty much conquered the map on internship programs. So whether you're interested in VA programs, WIC programs, programs that are affiliated with universities or hospitals, if it's a master's combined, an MPH, an MS, an MBA combined program, all of those we've matched people to. Internship only programs, FEM graduate programs, Canadian programs. We worked with Canadian applicants. I think there's at least one Canadian student on the call today, but we've we've matched them across the board. And if anyone does want to see a list even from last year, we did put that on our blog. So you can even search our website to say like applicants matched, and then you'll be able to find that list. But yes, and then we have testimonials, and we put where we matched, where the client matched to on their testimonials. When is the best time to start? When is the best time to start coaching? So I know from asking you guys, like when you're thinking about applying, I would say the earliest that you could start would be 18 months before your deadline. So a year and a half before your deadline. And then typically we see people sign up 3 to 9 months before their application deadline. Personally, I think the sooner the better. Of course, you might have seen me on Instagram stories or on a previous webinar, constantly harping on starting early with coaching. And I would encourage you to make a decision on coaching as soon as possible. So it's great that you're at this info session, you're starting to research whether or not this is a good fit for you. There's other options for how to figure out if it's a good fit. Like you could set up a call with me, or look on our website and kind of dig deeper into it. But it's really important to make a decision on it as soon as possible, because the price stays the same for the coaching program, but the longer you're with the coach, the more email support you can have, the more weekly accountability check-ins that you can have, and you just have that person there. You already feel like less stressed, less overwhelmed by it when you just have that coach ready and waiting, even if you're not getting into a lot of your services right away. Like if you're not going to do your personal statement for maybe 6 months from the time you sign up, like that's okay. You at least have this coach and mentor and advisor with you. And that alone is worth so much just by starting early. And with more time, you can have more strategy, you can do more research on programs, you can really be more methodical on every aspect of it if you start early. And if you're like, well, I don't know what I would do ahead of time, your coach would tell you exactly what to do based on your specific timeline. They would say, this month you need to focus on this month you need to focus on this, whatever your specific timeline is. Again, whether you start 18 months before or 3 months before. The last time you can sign up is at 1 month before, which we reserve for very special situations, but it is possible. We certainly don't turn people away that are really wanting that help at a very desperate time. But I'm telling you, especially if you're thinking like spring 2022 right now, if you decide by Monday, and I'll remind you again, but seriously, just decide yes or no, look into it, and then move forward, with your decision. But too many people will be like, I'm going to wait and see how my class is. We go over this in a class, or I'm going to see if I can do it on my own. I promise you that having a coach will elevate your application. It'll make things so much easier. And if you do think you want it, the price doesn't go up, doesn't go down, it stays the same. So you would want to have that as much as possible if you were going to make that investment. Why is coaching worth the investment and the power of a coach? So if anyone has ever worked with a coach before, I would love to know that in the chat box. I'm assuming maybe not that many, but if you've ever worked with a trainer or even like a healthcare professional, like a therapist or someone that was guiding you through something that you didn't know what to do, even a really good teacher, right? We've all had those. But I think the power of the coach is priceless. It is something where when you have that coach who knows more than you do, who can hold you accountable, who's done this before with hundreds of students previously, you're going to have a really streamlined, high confidence experience and reduce a lot of your stress, confusion, worry about this whole process. So I listed here, and of course, I know the rules around wordy slides, and I'm sorry that this is really wordy of a slide, but that's how much I believe in the power of a coach. So the coach, kind of like the hidden benefits of it that you wouldn't see if you just read the services that you get with the coaching program. The coach is going to teach you skills and strategies that the competition won't know. They're going to provide a high level of personalized help that you won't get from a class or an advisor. They're going to look at every single word, every single letter on your application before you turn it in. It's like they're doing the application with you. Of course, you're doing it, but they're overseeing it and checking everything before it's submitted. They're also going to keep you on a schedule so it's not overwhelming. Many people are like, oh, I need to create my diecast account like to get started. I'm like, there's 4 or 5 things you need to do before you even get to the diecast account and making that. So, you know, they'll tell you the roadmap and the most strategic way to use your time and in what order to do it. And then they will prevent you from procrastinating because you're going to have classes and other extracurriculars, family, life, whatever it is. And they will prevent you from procrastinating. And most of our clients do finish early. They'll save you time because they're going to be an email away or a phone call away to where you don't have to go research something on your own. You can ask for their opinion or ask for the answer to a question and you'll get it, you know, within a business day. And you can keep moving forward. So you're never like alone in the whole thing. They reduce your fear and anxiety around all the unknowns, like, will I get in? What should I do? How can I be more competitive? They're going to give you the strategies and the actions that you need to take to reduce that fear. And then they're also going to help you have a confidence mindset, which I find to be a huge problem with applicants who think they're not good enough, they can't get into their dream program. It's so important to have a confident mindset and believe that you're worthy of a spot in an internship or in a program, because that will come through in your personal statement. It will also definitely come through in your interview. Interview is something where a lot of programs, they interview their top applicants and the final ranking is based off of where you score in the interview. And that is so important. That can make or break your application. So having a coach that will walk you through that interview process is going to be really important to make sure you secure that spot. And finally, they're coaching you through a pivotal part of your RD journey, and it's going to get you one step closer to that credential. You don't have to delay your career. You don't have to wait and reapply next time. You can get into a program that really fits with your goals and with your trajectory that you want for your career. Everything will work out better because you've had a coach alongside. Okay, so that's my spiel on the power of the coach. It goes way beyond fixing grammar errors in your diecast, because they do that too, but it goes way beyond that and takes this whole holistic approach and makes you feel supported in every area and gets your mindset right, gets your time management, your organization, your planning, all taken care of through the coaching. All right, so final thing here, how do you get started? So this is relatively new, where we now have people complete an application for coaching. We do this so that we can make sure that we can help them, that we're a good fit. And so once we review your application, then you'll get an invoice for a coaching deposit, which is like the first, kind of like a first month's payment. When that's paid, you get matched to your coach within 24 hours. And then you'll get access to a coaching dashboard, a course, a private Facebook group, and like all these resources to kind of help you kind of supplement like the coaching experience. And then you'll set up your game plan call with your coach. That's the first call that you'll do. And that's when you're ready. It doesn't have to be right away, but you know, you can start to look through the notes and the course and everything and you know, whatever that is that you need to do, and then have the game plan call. You don't have to have anything figured out with your application. You don't need to know where you're applying. You don't need to have started your personal statement. You know, you don't have to have anything done with that. It's just a matter of like, when are you ready to kind of dive in and start the process and get that game plan going. So I put the link for the application here. I'll drop it in the chat when I'm done. Let's see if I can do it. I have a weird setup right now. So let me just get that in the chat box so you guys can have it. I'm balancing the computer on my knees right now. All right, so there you go. So I put that in the chat, but that's the application. And that's what you would complete to make sure that we're a good fit and that we know we can help you. And we would tell you if we thought, you know, based on your situation, if we thought that we could help you get matched or not. All right, final points here, and then I will open it up for questions. So do not submit an average application. This is what I can tell you. This is not a homework assignment that you just hope you get, whatever grade on. You are trying to get an A+ on your application. You want to go above and beyond because this is a competition. You also want to make sure that your hard work all pays off, right? So you've gotten the good grades, you've gotten the experience, you've done the extracurriculars, you've gotten the leadership experience. Now you have to sell that. You have to market that through the application. Make sure directors know that you did that and know what skills you developed by doing all that hard work. And that's where how you talk about it in the statement, in your resume, in DICAS, in the interview, why all of that is so important. And those are the skills that you learn through coaching. And really go all in on yourself and your future. It is an investment in yourself, but I can tell you that the skills that you learn through coaching can last beyond just getting into an internship. It can be things that will help you land your first job, ask for promotions, because you're going to understand how to sell yourself and market yourself to people, even to like potential clients in the future. You're going to learn those marketing skills that you didn't really learn in school. All right, now this is my favorite, one of my favorite testimonials, but I thought she did a great job of explaining, her experience with Get Match coaching. So Stephanie Yang, she was matched to Golden Gate Dietetic Internship in California. She said, if you would have told me a year ago that I would be at this point in my journey, I would have had a hard time believing it. That mindset completely shifted after enrolling in Get Match coaching. Working with Susan helped me gain the confidence I needed to make every aspect of my application stand out. She helped me turn my weaknesses into learning opportunities, encouraged me to grow out of my comfort zone. The advice that I received during my experience is not limited to the internship application. It will carry on with me into my career. I'm happy to say I matched with my top choice and made a lasting connection with my coach along the way. So that really encompasses how we can help someone. And it goes, like I said, well beyond personal statement editing and all that. That's very, very powerful. But there's just so much about how you change as a person through this coaching experience. I really believe it's transformative and will set you on a better, more confident path as a dietitian when you enter the field. All right, so before I take questions, I just want to say your homework for me today is to set up a call with me. If you would like to talk more about Get Match coaching and share your personal experience, you can either do that after you send the application or before, and then have a financials discussion. So we know that this is a financial investment for people. We do have interest-free payment plans. But if you need to talk to a significant other, a parent, a spouse, someone else in your life that could maybe be helping you with this financial investment, you want to have a conversation with them. And we have like kind of one-pager PDFs that we share with parents or whoever. If you need that, you can just email us and we'll send that to you. And then I would challenge you as your coach, right now, to make the decision by Monday. This Monday. I would take time. I know school has just started for some of you, but especially for those in the spring 2020 timeline, making that decision by Monday. Spend an hour or two looking at the website, schedule a call with me. I'll have my email up and we can schedule a call over the weekend. I'm going to have time slots available and just decide if this is right for you or not. Have the discussion with me as well. Have the discussion on finances with whoever needs to, if it's not you. And yeah, figure it out by Monday. That's my thing. You don't have to procrastinate on this. All the information is available to you. And then just decide, if it's no, okay, no problem. We have free resources, things you can use there. But if it's yes, then you want to get going on that so that you have a clear plan for the upcoming months until your deadline. All right. So that's it. As my conclusion, I hope this helped you figure out the who, what, where, when, why, how of Get Match coaching. I'm extremely proud of our coaching team, of the success that we've had helping Get Match clients for over a decade now. Oh my gosh, that's crazy to say out loud, but it is a proven program and one that just has so much value beyond the price. It is so much more than just admissions coaching. It's going to really teach you how to market yourself and how to stand out so that you can get what you want in the future, whether that's a promotion, a job, a raise, more clients, whatever it is, it's going to help you get there faster. And you're going to learn so much along the way that will be insanely valuable to your career. So that is everything that I wanted to share about Get Match Coaching. There is the website with more information on there. And then of course, the application link that I shared with you, but that is all I have. I'm sorry I went over 20 minutes or so instead of 15, but I can now take questions if anyone has any. I'm happy, you can either chat them in the box, or we have kind of a small group here if you want to unmute yourself, but I will stick around probably, I would say, for the next like 20 minutes is if people are still here and can answer questions. Otherwise, we will send out a follow-up email where you can schedule a call with me if you would like to talk further. And if you don't have questions, thank you for your time. And thanks for joining me tonight, making it for the live. And again, reach out at my email if you have any questions, want to set up a call with me over the weekend or even this week, and we can go from there.
I had a question.
Sure.
So let's say I fill out the application on the website, and then someone would get in touch with me to see if it's like, what's the next step after I like fill out the application?
Yeah, so we would review that, and you know, we kind of ask like, what are you nervous about? Like, what is your GPA? Kind of just assess your chances there. And then we would invite you to get on a call with me if you wanted to talk more about your personal background. Otherwise, if we think it looks good and we know we could help you, then we would just send you the first invoice to start the payment process.
Oh, and I can email you to set up a call, or
Yep, you can email me to set up a call. So if there's, yeah, we'll
or
send
should I
you
do the application first and then?
Yeah, you could do the application first. That's probably the easiest. Then we'll have your info.
Okay.
We can email you right away. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
And sorry if I missed this as far as the payment process. So you would send the first invoice, and then it's just a certain fee that you pay monthly that includes everything that you listed on the slide.
Yes. So, and that was like my last edit. I did not put the price. It's on the website though. So the total price is $2,688. And you can do it as much as a 12-month payment plan. Even if your coaching, let's say, lasts like 6 months or 7 months, you can still pay it off after. So you can separate it. So then it would come out to like $224 a month for 12 months.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yep. You're welcome.
Hi, Jenny. I have a question. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go on. Sorry.
Yeah.
My question is, if we're interested in the Get Match coaching, do we have to have like programs in mind before we start, or do coaches help us find programs that would kind of meet what we're looking for?
Coaches will help you with that. There's actually a program choice assessment call where they would brainstorm like what you're looking for. In your new client form, we ask you some questions too, so we understand like kind of what you're thinking. But then, yes, they would be able to suggest specific programs and decide whether or not they're competitive. You'd be competitive for them, what your best chances are there, and yeah, they would guide you through that. And
okay, thank you.
Know. Yeah, and you don't need to know ahead of time. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I think Amanda, I don't know if you had a question still.
Oh yeah, I'm on the website now, and it says there's like a back to school sale. Is that a part of the?
Nice. Yes, we could honor that. Yeah, good find. Yep, you could definitely honor that. You would just let us know. And I mean, I'll make a note that you said that, and we would apply 15% off of the coaching. I will say just really quickly that ends the 31st.
The first. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. right.
I have a question. How, I know you say you matched 100% the last two rounds. How many people is that? Like, are we talking about 50 or 100 or how many?
Yeah, over 100. I think it was like 104. And so everyone.
Each
Everyone.
time was
No,
104?
no, total for the last.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
got it.
So fall and spring, 104 clients, all of them.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Of course, good question. Right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else as we're all waiting. Thanks, Amanda. See if there's any other questions. I would encourage people to, you know, especially if you're on the fence, you're just trying to figure it out. We have also connected people with past clients. So that's what can be so helpful if you get on a call with me, if you haven't already, and you're like, okay, I'm thinking about these programs, or I'm like this type of student, you know, whatever your background is, I could, if you're just kind of wanting to learn a little bit more and get a perspective from a fellow, like from a former client, we could ask a client to see if they'd be open to speaking with you about their coaching experience. So we've done that before as well. That's not really like advertised, but yeah. So for example, if you're like really interested in distance programs and you're in Southern California, I know a client that we had where we could ask him or her, like, would you be able to speak with her? And they could give you a little bit more of their perspective on what they liked about it.
Okay, thank you so much, Jenny.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks everyone for being here. I was just kind of waiting. I'm not sure if people still like, we're kind of waiting for wanted to talk individually. But yeah, I'm going to stop the recording now and then at least kind of hang here and see if anyone has anything else that comes up, or if you're like browsing the website now, I'll just give it another 10 minutes. So just so you know, I'm still here.